Coach, another example of a true team effort, very selfless is what I saw from your group tonight. I mean, very unselfish. Can you just talk about how this group just continues to play unselfish and succeed?
They've really come together as a group. They have great chemistry. They get along on the court, off the court. They work extremely hard. So it's fun to see them have success. I mean, I told them at the beginning of the year, I really enjoy working with this team, whether, if we go, God forbid, 0-29, I'll enjoy it because I like working with them. I know they're working hard. I know they're giving their all. So that's just the kind of group they are, and they don't care who. Heidi doesn't care if she gets 25 or 5, and we've had a lot of different leading scorers. Every game it seems like. Janae came in and did a great job today and gave us a huge boost off the bench. So it's really fun to be a part of.
John, have they exceeded your expectations already?
Yeah, they have. I mean, if you would have asked me, are we going to be 4-0 after the first 4 games, I would probably have maybe not totally believed it. I would hope. This team works really hard, so anytime you can get a group of players together that will work hard together and try every day to get better, you have a chance to be pretty good.
How important is it to have this positive start with all the new young people that you have? They're having this early success. I mean, how invaluable is that to start 4-0 and exceed those expectations?
I was talking to somebody else today about that. To have those guys go through this process, the learning process of being a freshman on a Division I college team and be able to win as they're getting used to running the offense and the defense and all that other stuff is great. Usually you got to take a lot of lumps getting your freshmen, acquainted to the system and all that stuff. And fortunately, we've been able to pull out some wins, and it's been fun.
Can you talk about Janae's progress? I mean, what she's went through and to the point she is now.
Yeah, Janae hasn't, played in a game really before this year in 2 or 3 years with knee injuries and transferring and things like that. So she's a really good kid too, and I'm excited for her game today. She's confidence is really hard to come by when you're used to being an athlete at a certain level and being able to score and slash and shoot and do different things, and then you tear your ACL and kind of that all goes away and you're rebuilding and you've been off for so long. So to see her have this kind of game is, it's just great for her because she's a really good kid, and it's fun.
I asked her this, and maybe you see it, but does she look like Iverson out there a little bit with their jump step?
She's got some interesting moves, and she's hard to guard because she's really explosive and she's big and long and very physical. Some of the rebounds that I saw her go up and get, I was surprised. She brought her game to another level today, and we're going to continue to try to get her into the game when we can, and hopefully she keeps performing like that.
John, it appears that, basketball talent's on the floor, but how much of their basketball IQ mentally is part of the success so far?
It's important. The biggest thing for them is they're picking up what we're trying to teach them on both ends, especially defensively. It takes a good year, 2 years to implement a system that you want to run, and it was totally different than what the group had before. They did a lot of switching all over the place, and we very, very seldom switch, and that alone is a huge difference. So, it takes a while, and they're just getting used to it. And our freshmen are very smart kids in general. They all come in with high GPAs and ACT scores, and so they can pick up stuff very quickly. And they've done a really good job so far.
What's the one point you want to take out of this game that you want to highlight most of all to your girls?
The thing that we talked about in the locker room is how good of a team and a program that Bucknell is and how tough they are. They're really tough and well coached. And they turned up the dial there towards the end, and we started to shake a little bit. And the best thing that I saw is us after a couple, maybe turnover layup, they make a tough shot that we just settled back down, ran our offense, got the ball inside and out. We created a couple turnovers for layups, so just how we responded to their rush or their push down the stretch was the biggest thing.
What does that say about your team's mettle? I mean, with mostly freshmen.
Well, they were pretty mentally tough today. They didn't let that stuff bother them, and hopefully they'll continue to play that way.
Anything on the Thanksgiving tournament? Do you guys need sound?
Just looking ahead, obviously it's a little far away, probably in the process of scouting reports and those kinds of things. Just touch on the weekend coming ahead and that stuff.
We did talk as a team about it in the locker room just for a second, but it's kind of exciting for this opportunity to go down to Nashville and play in Tennessee State's tournament. It gives us a chance to play teams from the South and far away, and probably a different style, and it's also an opportunity to win a tournament. I mean, it's a classic, but still, if you do well and win both games, I mean, you got a chance to call yourself the Thanksgiving tournament champion, and that's another goal that we can put out there and try to go get.
Any chance to take in some country music while you're
I don't know how much free time we're gonna have, but I have a brother that lives down there, so we're gonna go to his house and have a big meal and relax a little bit too.